Socialist New York City mayoral candidate Zohran Mamdani sending a message to the Trump administration after joining Reverend Al Sharpton's March on Wall Street yesterday. The march focused on protecting DEI policies in corporate America.
To Donald Trump, we say this to you. We will continue to fight for that which our forefathers have fought for. Because what we fight for is no less than what we deserve. And we will not let you take that dignity from us. We will not let you take that decency from us. We will not let you take it from us, because we will be here fighting each and every day for that which we deserve.
Fox News contributor and New York Post columnist Miranda Devine joins us now. So do you feel, I would imagine you feel so much safer knowing that this is what your political hopefuls are discussing?
Yeah, thanks, Charlie. Look, I mean, as if this race could not get any worse, we have now Mamdani joining forces with the race-baiting Al Sharpton, the grifter Al Sharpton, and wisely all the other candidates stayed away. But you can tell someone, I think, by the company they keep. And with Mamdani, it's all the worst elements of the Democratic Party, from Al Sharpton to Jamie Raskin, the billionaire J.B. Pritzker, you know, so much for ban the oligarchs. Yeah. So I just think it's sort of par for the course that all they can talk about in this city is DEI, as if we don't have enough of that, as if New York's problems is not enough DEI. And of course, all they talk about is Donald Trump, because he lives rent-free in all their heads, like Gavin Newsom and the rest of them. They have nothing else to talk about, and that is probably one of the reasons that the Democrat poll numbers are at rock bottom.
Right. You spent a lot of time talking to New Yorkers. Do you find that they recognize that the reason so many young people in particular are turning to full-blown socialism is because they're rejecting decades of Democrat rule? It's not a rejection of Republican or conservative policies. It's a rejection of Andrew Cuomo and Democrats here.
Absolutely. That is such a smart point, because it's Democrat corruption. It's Democrat feathering their own nests and doing things that serve their party and that entrench their power. And obviously they've been very successful at that, but they have not won hearts and minds. And so it's not capitalism that these people are rejecting, it's grifterism.
Right, exactly. Speaking of grifterism, the teachers' unions have dumped more than $43 million into far-left causes. AFT and NEA total $14 million for one, $28 million for the NEA, to truly left-wing causes. I thought that these people were about teaching children.
No, I mean, education has nothing to do with their ambitions and goals and anything that they think about. It's all about, again, it's power. And they got all this money, disgustingly, during COVID. I mean, there was nothing more disgusting than Randy Weingarten holding the poor children to ransom by refusing to open the schools or reopen the schools unless the teacher unions got bucket loads of money. And of course, they didn't use that money to enhance education and make life better for students and teachers. They used it for all kinds of left-wing causes, like gender-affirming care, as they call surgical and chemical castration of children.
Truly. It's truly an astonishing thing that they managed to get away with. But in politics, shamelessness is a virtue. So, Miranda Devine, thank you so much.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.